The Patriots' top wide receiver Julian Edelman didn't get top wide receiver snaps in the Week 1 game against the Miami Dolphins. I'm Sarah Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. You might not notice it just from watching the game at home as a fan because Cam Newton to Julian Edelman did look like a solid connection in that Week 1 game, but he only had 37 snaps, the third most out of the wide receivers. What was going on there?
Well, I think that his knee injury is a big part of this, but when you look at the snaps and how they were distributed, what ended up actually happening is that he played 20 of 22 passing snaps and only 17 of 42 rushing snaps. So basically, when the Patriots were going to run the football, they took Julian Edelman off the field and they left a guy like N'Keal Harry on the field because he's a bigger, more physical run blocker, as good as Julian Edelman is at blocking. We obviously know that, with the knee and with other sort of limitations that maybe he wasn't quite up to snuff with that part of his game. So I think what we saw from the Patriots was that they are going to save Edelman for the most important snaps of the game, which to them obviously is having him on the field in passing situations because of how good he is as a receiver and how much they need him as a receiver in this offense. So sparing him, saving him, preserving him, whatever word you want to use, I think that's exactly what was happening with Julian Edelman. And they kind of just used him as like a super sub where he played in those passing situations.
Well, in the past few years, he's been ridiculed for his drops, right? And he had another one, the first attempt, Cam Newton to Edelman. He had a drop that was a fairly accurate, pretty accurate ball. But after that, he found his flow. He got back playing his normal game. How did you think he looked in Week 1?
Well, I thought he really looked like Julian Edelman. That drop, the defender was right on his back instantly. He also reached around and poked the ball out. So PFF actually didn't count it as a drop because the defender was able to actually get his hand in there. So it was a little bit of a bang-bang play, right? And those are going to kind of go either way in this league, especially when you have safeties breathing down your neck like that. So I kind of give him a break sort of for that one. Usually with his drops, I give him slight breaks because a lot of them come in the middle of the field where he's getting hit by at least one guy while the ball is arriving. And those are difficult catches. Guys like Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, they're always towards the top of the league in drops because of the types of targets that they get within the offense. Now, how did he look in terms of his route running? All that kind of stuff looked exactly the same. He killed Miami on crossing routes, over routes, like he's done significantly over the last couple of years. He had the one jet sweep end around where he carried the ball for almost 20-yard gains. So he looked like Edelman. He still led the team in scrimmage yards. I think that he's going to be a pretty solid player for the Patriots this year as long as he stays on the field, and his usage probably suggests that the Patriots feel the same way.
Well, for all the rest of our Patriots coverage, you can find it on our website at clnsmedia.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.